Good morning. It is the 16th of December. Hang on. I am in a cold pavilion at school. I can see the AstroTurf out that window. I am currently set up. Hang on, let me move you so you can see. I'm currently set up for work. I realised that I left my blooming laptop charger at home, which is frustrating because I only have like 2 hours of battery, I think. Hang on. Yeah, 2 hours of battery left, so I'm going to take myself to lunchtime and then I don't know what I'm doing. I think I've got a charger, but I don't know if it's powerful enough to, or I'll have to go home, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we are here for Chris's camp, THG, junior camp. Yes, so Chris is a coach, is a hockey coach, and he and Amelia both play, and well, he coaches and she plays for Hawks Hockey Club in Oxford, and he recently did his coaching qualification and then went, oh, there's an echo in here, isn't there? And then was like, well, our child goes to an independent school, so they finish at least a week earlier for Christmas holidays. I think they've got an extra week on the end of Easter holidays. So there's always an extra week to our holidays, which, Amelia goes to hockey camps in the normal school holidays, but there's always that kind of week or so where there's nothing on. He's like, well, what about if I actually just offer one to kids at school? So he's doing a trial this week for Amelia's year and the year above. And they look like they're having fun so far. They're only going for 25 minutes, so we'll see. But yeah, it's THG, the hockey guy, that hockey guy, or that hockey girl as well, because him and Amelia have talked about starting a YouTube channel, which is quite exciting. Anyway, so I am here as an extra adult, an extra DBS, disclosure and barring service, which in the UK, for those who are not in the UK, is the way that the government make sure that people who work with vulnerable people like children and vulnerable adults are supposed to work with them. So like I have a DBS check, which basically says I can work with children for my actual work. Chris has a DBS check for coaching, working with children, but yes, the disclosure and barring service, and that was a kind of proviso of using the AstroTurf at school, is that every adult who is part of the coaching team needs to be DBS checked, and the person that he was supposed to have coming, A, was being really flaky, and B, we found out hadn't actually got around to doing their DBS check, so yeah. I just heard a bang. I'm hoping that's the estates team. That'll be worrying. Anyway, I'm gonna get on with work. But it's gonna be I think I'm gonna go until my laptop runs out and then finish my working day this evening. I think that's probably gonna be what I do. But we'll see. We'll see how the day goes. I forgot to say, oh, look at the steam coming off of this. That's how cold it is. I need to turn the heater on. I have brought, 2 days ago, my fraises et fruits de la passion. I have porridge in my thermos flask. I'm gonna chuck it in the porridge. Slightly warm up. Look at that sunset. Good morning. I am still in this t-shirt, different leggings today, different jam. I'm gonna have fig à la cardamom. It's day 2 of Chris's camp, and I am struggling to connect to my personal hotspot, which is really annoying. So I was hoping I could do a little bit of work before I signed off for Christmas. But apparently that's not going to happen. So I am going to I'm officially on holiday. I'm on annual leave this week, today, so it's fine. It's fine, but it's just annoying because I was hoping I could catch up a little bit on what I couldn't get done yesterday without people knowing that I'm actually at work. But never mind, I've got it won't tether to either of my work phone, which I would prefer to use that data because work pay for it, or this phone, but my work laptop is not finding either of them, which is so frustrating. Yeah, it's not there. So annoying. Anyway, I vlogged very little, so we are combining the two, maybe with a little bit of extra like crafty content that I will film tonight and shoehorn in somewhere. Yes, we're doing well. It's been a busy 24 hours with the camp. This is Chris's baby and I'm helping. I'm glad I could come and help because actually yesterday there were a few times when there were some injuries or some kids kind of needed an extra kind of pastoral support. And obviously Chris and his other coach are supposed to be on the pitch. So I was useful yesterday, which is helpful, which is good that I know actually it's useful for me to be here. And we'll know that for the next time we run this camp, that actually it's a family affair and that both of us should be here. And that both of us need to take annual leave / volunteering leave for it. Chris is taking volunteering leave for this. I've taken it as annual leave, which is fine because I get a lot more annual leave than he does because I'm part-time and therefore can be flexible and move my days around and not necessarily use my annual leave when I could just switch days, working days around and stuff like that. Although that will change from April next year when I go full-time. So that's going to be quite interesting. Anyway, this is my intro. Hi, I'm really unhappy with my skin today, but it's fine. I'm wearing my sparkly, I've got socks in this colour, although in this colourway, this was an advent colourway from the Yarn Badger years ago. I've got socks, but they badly need darning. They need a little bit of a fix on the ball of the foot, which is where I wear my socks. That's when my socks wear out. So I need to, but for now, I'm wearing these. They go all the way up to about here. So they're really warm, and I've made them as afterthought thumb holes. There was a really good tutorial from Craft House Magic, I think. I will link it below in the comments for chucking in an afterthought thumb into sock tubes. Because these started off as sock tubes. I knitted them as after I was going to do them as afterthought heel, afterthought everything socks, and then I ended up going no, I want fingerless gloves. So they're mitts instead. Anyway, I'm going to try and make this work. Okay, right. While I'm in here for a little bit, yeah, I apologise for the sound, it is quite echoey in here, but I thought I would show you my work bag because, sorry, I'm just closing the zip so I can show you properly. I work 3 days a week for one of the UK's research councils within UKRI, UK Research and Innovation. And I work on a campus just outside Didcot. But we have a very kind of flexible working structure. So we have an office, in fact we have 2 offices that we work out of, one in Oxfordshire where I predominantly work. Good Lord, I look tired. I've just had to deal with one of the boys upsetting one of the girls, which, like, this is what I'm here for, is I get a phone call from Chris and he goes, can you get over here? And I have to go and I have to be the pastoral support. So while he had strong words with the boy, I had to sit with the girl and make sure she was okay and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I feel a bit tired now. Anyway, so we can work from the office. We technically hot desk, but I always work from the same desk. Or we can work from home, or we can work from one of the other campuses. Technically, there are 5 different places in the UK that I could, probably 7 different places in the UK that I could work. Probably more. Anyway, we're all, in terms of Wi-Fi, we're all on the EduRoam, which is an academic, I don't even know what it's called, like a EduRoam's kind of a network of different places that you can access Wi-Fi. Like, most universities are on EduRoam, most hospitals are on EduRoam, GP surgeries, the research and innovation sphere. Like, there's a lot of different places that are on EduRoam, so I could pretty much work wherever there's EduRoam. I also have a work phone that I can tether, so I'm quite flexible in terms of my working situation, but I tend to like going into the office because I like being around my colleagues. There's a reason I went back to work after working for myself for a year, and it's because I like being around people. I've said this already. So I needed a bag that I can put my laptop and I have a Remarkable, which I'll show you in a minute, for all my notes and stuff, my charger, my mouse. At work I also have a folding laptop stand because I have a dock that I plug my laptop in and it just sits on the stand, and I use two screens at work. But the bag I have is this one. This is, and I had it on my computer a minute ago, that's really annoying. This is from Antler. It is British Racing Green, although they call it Antler Green, and it is the Urban Light Backpack. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I bought this. A, the two things that sold me, or one thing that sold me, were these. There's 2 pockets on the side, and they expand. Look. So it fits my Starbucks, not affiliated, teacup, which I've literally just put some tea back in, and also my umbrella in the sides. I can also put a big old water bottle in here. They expand really far, which I really like. It's then got 2 pockets. The back pocket is a kind of thin, hang on, I'm going to bring you down a bit so I don't have to hold this up. It's a thin pocket at the back, which my laptop and my Remarkable. This is a digital notebook. My boss bought them for us at the end of last tax year because we had some money to spare. It's basically a Kindle screen that you can write on. Amazon actually brought out their own called the Amazon Scribe 2 years ago. The Remarkable was first. I really like them. They have saved us a lot of time and a lot of paper around the thing. I also have a pen. I actually have 2 pens for my Remarkable. There's the pen that, actually let me get the thing. The Remarkable pen that you can buy from Remarkable. I hilariously have a Remarkable at home that Chris gifted me because he bought one for himself for work and hated it. So I've got it, and I bought this. This is the Lamy, I think it's called the EMR pen, which basically has a nib that can write on the Remarkable. This is the original Remarkable pen. I put a little grip on it because my hands don't like having the kind of thin. The same with having an ergonomic hook for crochet. I need something, whereas this, because it's got a shaped nib, it just feels more, it feels like I'm holding a fountain pen, so it doesn't hurt as much. And then, so this front pocket, I really like because it kind of acts like a kind of fold open, so it can fold open, hang on, let me close this bit. It can fold open, it's got these poppers, 1, 2 along the side, so you could 3, so you can actually flip it all the way open. So I've actually used this as an overnight to go up to one of the other campuses. It's brilliant. And then there's also a little flappy flap pocket at the front. Within the kind of top of this, hang on, let's do this. There we go. There are 2 mesh pockets as well. So I have my mouse because I take a mouse with me. In the main pocket, I have my charger, I have my work phone, I have my lanyard with my work pass on it, I have a pack of tissues, I have my kind of catch-all pouch with everything that goes pretty much in every, what's the word I'm looking for? In every handbag, which has got like cables for my battery pack, pills, so like allergy tablets, there's some plasters in here, there's a spare hair clip, there's a spare pen, chewing gum, there's all sorts of stuff in here, but this is basically all those little bits that can get lost in the bottom of the bag. In this mesh pocket, so the bottom mesh pocket is actually empty at the moment, but usually my charger goes in there. And in my current the top one is my glasses case. I'm wearing my glasses. Should have really taken them off before I started filming. I've got my AirPods in here. I've got a measuring spoon. Why have I got a measuring spoon? It's a bit weird. I have a normal ballpoint pen, which is where I work. I think that's it. Oh no, there's a hole in the mesh pocket. Oh no, that's rude. Shows how well loved this bag is. I have only had this bag, hang on, I bought it from John Lewis. Let's take my mouse out again, shall we? I bought it from John Lewis in May, and it has been used every working day since. I've also got a little cross stitch kit. I think that's it. Yes. Is there anything in the little pocket? Okay. You don't think so? No. That's usually things like tickets and stuff like that can go in there. The other thing, the amazing thing about this, let me just do these poppers up again. Because I like it when it doesn't open all the way out. Is in right at the back. Oh, there's a little popper flap, which I rarely use to kind of secure your laptop. Is one of these, so it's really nice spongy straps, so very comfortable to wear. Is one of these, which means you can slip it onto the handle of a roller case, which I really like as well. Haven't used it with a roller case yet, but I can, which is nice to have. But anyway, I thought I would do a little walkthrough of the work bag. I love it. I think it is really comfortable. It's padded back here, so actually it doesn't dig into your back or anything like that. Obviously, you're carrying a laptop and a Remarkable and the charger. Like once you put clothes and stuff in like that, it gets heavy. It's just the way. But it's a really practical bag that I really enjoy. I'm really happy with that purchase. Now, when I bought it in May, I paid £115 for it. It's Antler, it's a good brand. You're gonna pay a premium price for it, but I think it is definitely worth the money. And John Lewis have some good sales as well. So, yes, because I'm a bit weird about my bags, I did probably spend about a week researching what kind of bag I should have. Because decision paralysis is a thing when you're spending money. But yes, currently on the Antler website, it is the same price, so £115. It comes in what's called Antler Green, black, I think that's taupe. Yeah, taupe, which is basically beige, and navy. The navy is lovely, but I love a British racing green, Antler green. So if I can choose a green, if there is a choice of a green, I will choose the green. And that is the walkthrough of my work bag. Tonight, I don't know how much I'll be able to film tonight, but tonight I'm going out for dinner with some lovely local friends, lovely local mummies. So we're going to Wildwood. There are definitely things on that menu that I can eat, so that's good. Tomato intolerance is not fun. And yeah, that is my evening. Tomorrow begins 3 days of actual, a lot of stuff. We are going to London. So Amelia and I are going to go to London, and we're going to meet up with my brother and his partner and their kid, so Amelia's cousin, who is 6 years younger than her, so she's still mini. And we're going to go to the Natural History Museum. There's a space exhibition there at the moment, which is paid for, but it looks amazing. You can touch bits. Yay. Particularly when you're 3. And then we are going to Hamleys, because my brother wants to take his daughter to Hamleys, and I'm like, are you sure? Amelia loves it in there, but I'm just, yeah. And then apparently his partner, Frankie, she's found a trail that we can follow that shows you the good lights in London, so we'll be doing that as well. I can imagine both girls are going to get very tired and cranky and manifest that in different ways. And then Amelia and I are going to actually stay in London we're staying at a really nice looking hotel, which I've not been to in Battersea Park. I think it's part of the old power station. So we're staying there. It's got a rooftop pool. So I need to look at like, you know, A, I need to make sure the swimmers are packed, and B, I need to check the times that kids can go into it. But yeah, so we'll stay there, and then the next day on Saturday, we'll mooch about a bit, maybe even go to Battersea Park Children's Zoo if we've got time, and then we're going to drive. We're going to get the train down to Kent, because on Friday we are going to the pantomime with my mum, and then we are going to stay. A child walked in. Oh, I've just realised how fluffy I am. Yeah, we're going to stay at my mum's on Friday night, and then I think go and do something on Saturday morning and then come home. So, but first things first, tomorrow I have Pilates at 6:30 in the morning. I will not be vlogging. Even if Diggle is there. Diggle will probably be in his basket, not talking to me. Anyway. So yes, tomorrow and Friday and Saturday to some extent I'm going to be busy, but totally vlog worthy. So you might have some longer vlogs tomorrow.
Progress is being made on my Dragon's Advent cowl. I'm on, actually, 1, 2, 3. I'm on day 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 are still in their pouches. It's looking awesome.
Oh. Because I'm out tonight, I will sign off now, and then after this I'll show you like some table shots and some lovely things. But I will say goodbye to now, and I will see you tomorrow.